Yes.
Good morning to one and all present here. A warm welcome to all on behalf of Administrative Management College for today's orientation program. The schedule for the day begins with Professor Rajesh Kumar on the topic Qualities for Success in Corporate World, followed by the second session by Mr. Gopi Anand on the topic Dining Etiquettes. Before starting the session, I would like to invite our principal, Dr. Prakash Duvuri, HODs, and other faculty members to join for lamp lighting ceremony. Now I request our principal, Dr. Prakash Duvuri, to give an introduction about today's session.
Good morning to the heads of the department, the faculty members, students, the parents who are attending from their respective residences. Welcome all of you for the today's third day, no? Third day of the training session for all the students. Yes, yesterday's lectures were very impressive. A lot of information was available, and it's available on YouTube also. Certainly, the information given by the speakers yesterday is useful for you in your day-to-day life and when you focus on your interview skills, developing your interview skills and planning for your career. Please focus on that. So before proceeding to the today's sessions, I would like to bring to the notice of all the students that still majority of the students have not submitted their original documents. When I say original documents, the required documents are +2 marks card, transfer certificate from the PU college where you had studied. If you are from outside Karnataka, From the board, you have to get migration certificate. These three are important documents to be submitted immediately before 10th of November. You have to submit your documents to Bangalore University for approval of your name under the university and under the college. The other important documents required for this process is your Aadhaar card, a photocopy, and 5 photographs, and also the photocopy of your 10th class marks card, because it contains the details about your date of birth, and that should be reflected in your documents in future also. So that will be registered in Bangalore University. That is one aspect I would like to bring it to the notice of all the parents and also all the students. So I request the students who have not submitted their originals to visit to the college once with originals, submit your photographs, submit your required documents, and confirm your admission once again, and also meet your head of the department and also the class teachers. Please do that immediately. The next important aspect here is still some of the students are not joining for this particular training sessions. The parents have given their number and the students are not having the numbers. In the application, whatever we have included those numbers to the WhatsApp group or the communication group. So those who are not with that, the parents may give their the ward's number, and we will include that in the group. So for that, I would like to give one number to you: 9902044112. That is principal's number. I repeat once again: 9902044112. If you can convey or send an SMS or speak to the person on this number, you will get the further details about the submission of documents and any updates whichever is happening in the college, that we will let you know. So please focus on that, and certainly we are there at any time. So we request all the students to join for these programs without fail. Yes, today's the topic is Qualities for Success in Corporate World by Professor Rajesh Kumar, first hour. The second hour is on Dining Etiquettes by Mr. Gopi Anand. So both of them are from Department of Hotel Management and the AMC College. Yes, it's not just academics always, certain other things also you have to learn. In the first day itself, I told, every lecture is important. Every lecture will have the information required for you to take your life forward, to learn something. Yesterday's the body language is very important. In the same way, to be a successful person in corporate world, so what kind of qualities one should inculcate from day one? So you are aspiring for a job after 3 years. Then for 3 years, it's not a sudden achievement, your placement or training. It has to be inculcated in your mind, in your activities, in your speech for next 3 years. Then that will put you or place you on right employment and right place. And second important aspect is the dining etiquettes. So when 4 or 5 people are eating at one place on dining table, what kind of manners, how you should hold your spoon, how you should hold your glass while taking water, how you should communicate that time with others at dining table, very important. Most of the people sorry, will not have the complete idea about these etiquettes, where the faculty members are training you in those areas for your success in life, right? So with these, a few important words and few instructions to the students and also to the parents, I once again invite all the students and also a few parents to listen to these lectures and implement all these things without fail in your life. Thank you very much and all the best.
Now, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce our speaker, Professor Rajesh Kumar, Director, Hotel Management Department. He has graduated from Mangalore University, mastered in Tourism Management, MKU, MPhil in 2008, and master's degree in Business Administration from Bangalore University. He has started his career as management trainee at Close Group of Hotels Varanasi in Food and Beverage Service Department. He has also been involved in an entrepreneurial venture and undertook various services like manpower planning, catering, services, and facility management. He is also a certified advanced food safety trainer, Canada. Now, I invite our guest speaker, Professor Rajesh Kumar, to share his view on the topic. Over to you, sir.
A very good morning to all of you. Welcome to the orientation program. As our principal has told about the topic for today, it is about the qualities of success in hospitality world. In a corporate world, when a man is born with an appealing personality, is an accident. But when a man dies with an appealing personality, is an achievement. So welcome all of you once again. Before I take you down to the presentation, I would like to all of you to watch one video, after which you would understand better as to what is this presentation all about. Because it is not only success we talk about, it is a responsibility associated with it. So please watch this video and I will take you further down this presentation. And I will take you further down this presentation. And I will take you further down this presentation. Okay, so that was the video which I would like to talk about. Basically, the push which we are talking about in the name of success. So I would like to start my presentation. I would like to share my presentation and take you forward from here. The video which I would like to talk about. Basically, the push which we are talking about in the name of success. So I would like to start my presentation. So here we are. I would like qualities for success in the and take you forward from here. Success comes with responsibility. It is accomplishment of aims and objectives. The video which I would like to between talk about success and a failure. Basically, being the successful means which we are talking about achievement of desired vision and plan. So I would like to start my presentation. So here we are. I would like qualities to success can be ascertained and take you forward through social status. Success comes and through prosperity, where people it is accomplishment of aims and objectives. Success is every video which I would like success is everything talk about, and the best way failure. Basically, being the successful means yourself, which we are talking about. Achievement of desired vision, do better. And I would like to start my presentation. Ask yourself, I would like qualities of success in everything forward through social status. Success comes through prosperity. Is more important where people than success. It is accomplishment of aims and objectives. There is success is every video which I would like success is everything. Success is and the best way part of life. Basically, the successful is yourself, which we are talking about. Achievement of desired vision, do better. And I would like to start my presentation. Here we are. I would like qualities. So what happens here is yeah, sorry for that inconvenience. Let me continue that. If we want to live happy, tie to the goal, not to the person or object. Success is not key to happiness, but happiness is key to success. It gives peace and helps us in live in harmony. There are happy life. What are the things involved to be happy? Nurturing a strong network of family ties, eating healthy, and exercising regularly. It's part of the plan. Like we are graduating, we're getting a good job. Being successful is important. It provides confidence, security, and sense of willingness to achieve still further heights. And that is what we talk about success. Coming to the next thing, next slide. I asked a wise man, tell me, sir, in which field I should make a career? He said with a smile, be a good human being. There is a lot of opportunity in this field and a very less competition. Please understand what's the meaning of this. It means that success simply will not come. There are so many responsibilities associated with the success. And that's how we have to start ourselves thinking. Because once we achieve success, we have to understand that it has to be sustained. So, what are the basic qualities we think and we require to achieve a success? Here we talk about attitude. But if we have that right kind of attitude, we have nailed it, because maximum time there is a problem with attitude. A positive attitude will take us further, but a negative attitude will definitely make a barrier to your growth. Even if you have all the skills required to become successful, but if you don't have a proper attitude, everything would go waste. So, what are the basic qualities required in the corporate world? So, first quality, technical skills. When we talk about technical skills, we talk about it is your thing. And unless and until you are really equipped with yourself, you could not go further than that. Then we have communication skill. Everyone in the organization are well versed with everything, but if you are not able to communicate properly, there would be a lot of there will be a lot of gap, and things will be unclear, and it will be always leading to conflict. So communication plays a very important role. Here, we know that who we are going to communicate. We have our superiors, we have people working with us. We need to properly understand their aspect of communication. So therefore, you need to have a very strong communication skills, so that there should not be any scope of ambiguity. You should not make things unclear, so that the basic concept why it is important is, as an organization, the objective is common. The objective is one. We talk about growth and prosperity. We talk about growth and people who are in the organization, everyone is associated with each other. So communication plays a very important role. So apart from this, we have interpersonal skills. Our relationship with others is very important. How do we relate with others? How do we talk to others? It is very important. If we are good, that doesn't mean the others are bad. So we have to understand that the skills which are required are really worthy enough to be successful in life, not only life, ultimately the real world. And that real world will talk about your skills as a person, how you manage your team, how you manage your people. When in class, you have to understand that everyone is working for a common cause, for a common goal. So we need to interact with them. We need to talk to them. And our personal skills is very important. So therefore, interpersonal skills have to be developed. If we are not comfortable with others, it is the organization as a whole we have to take into account. Then we've got leadership skills. Ultimately, everything is there. We need leaders to perform, to sustain, and organization always appreciates a value of a true leader. So let us see one by one what we are talking about. So when we talk about technical skill, we are talking about basics. You have to understand your basics. You can't go beyond that. So that is why we say your schooling is very important. Where you have schooled yourself, where you have gone when you started your schooling, that base will play a very important role. That base carries a lot of weight. That is the reason the base is, if the base is strong enough, you would already win a 50% of your things. After knowing your basics, you should know what are your capabilities. How do you apply these skills? Knowing your basics and not knowing where to apply might not be enough to gain a confidence, and ultimately there'll be a barrier to success. So applying the skill to the industry where you feel that you are going to really sustain, you are going to really grow, that you have to understand. So very importantly, we have to enhance our skills. We cannot be living with the same skills forever. Time will change, and the only thing which is constant is change. We keep on changing, and ultimately we change for the good. And if we remain in one place and we don't show any changes, then we might be an obsolete. We might not be relevant at this point of time. And ultimately, what happens is that you might not be there. So always you have to keep on enhancing your skills. You being in the first year student right now, first thing you have started whichever course you have taken at AMC, you need to understand these three things and you need to apply from the day one. Understand the basics plays very important role. Applying to it plays a second important role after knowing what basics you require, and always keep on enhancing your skills. Communication. As I said, communication is very important in an organization, but before you understand all the skills about, you should know the language. Language of communication, where you need to communicate to people, where you need to communicate to the organization people, you have to understand that knowing the language plays an important role. Apart from knowing the language, you should know the body language. When you have to communicate, it is not only what you speak communicates. How you communicate also matters. What are your body language does matter. See, how you walk and how you talk, people are watching. Right from time when you start talking, people are watching. And it is not that only that you have to talk to communicate. It's not that. People are watching you through, and that also communicates about yourself. And ultimately, when you have to have a communication skills to the core, you need to listen to people. Listening to people is very tough, but if you have that habit, or if you develop the skill of listening, it is really going to add value to your communication skills, where you need to communicate to others. Very importantly, we have to learn all these three things: knowing the language, knowing your body language, and listening to people plays important. That's where our communication skills lies. Here, I've got a small reflection for you. This reflection is about communication. I'll give you just 1 minute time. Just read this, understand this. What is this all about? I will break your silence just after 1 minute. Please read it carefully and understand something it is communicating. What is that which is communicating? I'm not expecting any answer from you. I will only talk and tell you after 1 minute that what is this all about. Yes, your time starts now. So I come back once again. So what this communicates to you? What is this? You have gone through this. What is that you have understood? What is that you have understood? We think that what is written here is what it is, but sometimes it is not that. So how? That's the reason I was telling you, you have to understand to comprehend it. If you don't understand the language, you will never able to comprehend this. If you understand the language and if you understand the things, then only you will be able to crack this one. So basically, for your understanding, let me tell you that what have you guessed is probably what is it? It's a frame. Understand, it's a frame. It was running, it was raining continuously, and the frame fell down from the table. And ultimately, that is what I would understand. That is what I would like to for you to communicate. So this is what a communication is all about. The barriers you'll always have, but the right kind of communication and the right kind of understanding ultimately plays it counts. So here it's a frame which is fallen down from the table. Okay, so let us go further. Interpersonal skills. When we talk about interpersonal skills, we talk about building a rapport. When we talk about building a rapport, we would like to understand that every people in an organization is different from each other. So how do you want to build a rapport with all these people? Everyone has got their own sense of understanding. So if you are able to talk to them, if you are able to build a rapport with them, then your working atmosphere, your things becomes very, very easy. So building rapport plays important role. Yes, here you have to be a team worker. If you're not with the team or the team is not with you, will it happen? It will not happen. So ultimately, when you go to a cricket stadium, when you watch the team play, what happens? Everyone has to contribute. Every single person has to contribute, then only team wins. Sometimes it is very rare case that one person takes it all. Very rare case, but it happens sometimes. Yes, one person. Here, if I am a leader, I would appreciate that everyone contributes. And for that, my leadership should be so strong enough that my people are with always with me. My goals and responsibility should be aligned with my people. So therefore, be a team worker and not from away from your team. So this is an important thing. How do you do this? You have to do this by knowing the culture of people. When you know that people are coming from various places, when you know that people are coming from the every parts of the world, you have to understand their culture. If you know their culture, your interpersonal skills will be very strong. So we need to understand that all these things have to be for the benefit of the organization. So your interpersonal skills becomes a very important aspect. So how do you build a rapport? People should not run away. When you talk to in an organization, when you are talking about how the organization has to grow, or when you are normally talking to anybody, people should understand that. Now here there is one reflection which I am just telling you orally. If you are in a class or if you're an organization, there's one exercise, small one, just to make you understand that you as a person go around the class and collect as many pen as possible. How many people will give you the pen? If many people give you the pen, okay, you have got some kind of relationship with people. If nobody gives you the pen, then there is a thing, then there's a problem there. Why this problem is happening? The problem is happening because most of the time we are talking that I am the best. If you try to do that, then becomes difficult. You might be good, you might be the best, but others are good. That you have to understand. People are in the organization with for their skills, for the education qualification, and for the commitment which they have. So ultimately, there is some positivity with all of them in the organization. So everyone's things are required. So that is how we have to respect people. We have to respect what they have. They have to respect their experience. They have to respect the skills which they bring in to the organization. And that is how the respect, the mutual respect will play a very important role in building a rapport. Teamwork, as I said, in continuation, the teamwork is that I am no I unless until the team is with me, because I cannot perform alone. So everywhere there is an organization. I might get into an organization selected because of my qualification and degree, but ultimately to work in an organization, I have to have my teamwork. I have to have my people with me. I have to have the support of my subordinates. I have to have a support of my people around me. If I don't have that support, I cannot go beyond one particular limit. That is why in an organization, teamwork is always a better thing to deal with. Most importantly, we all understand these skills are important. How important is this leadership skills? How important is this leadership skills? Now, as a leader, just getting a designation would not be enough. As a leader, you got a designation, for example. That is going to be only the first step of leadership. Okay, that is only the first step of leadership. In an organization, the other people should accept it, or anywhere people should accept your designation. Once they accept your designation, then you have entered into a second level of leadership. But if they don't accept the designation, anybody can get any designation by the company, by the management. But how much is accepted by your colleagues, by your superiors, that is what it matters. So that second level you entered, and once you enter that second level, now people are there with you. Now taking people along with you, you are now entering into a third level where outcome matters. When outcome matters, that becomes your third level where your results are oriented towards the organizational goal, organizational success. And when it happens, you have entered the fourth level of leadership. That means results are mattering. Results are important now because of your skills. The company is doing good. The company is increasing their market share from 1% to another percentage. And there goes your fourth level entry into the leadership. And what is the fifth level now then? The fifth level is you should be in a position to create further leaders. If you are not able to create further leaders, then all that whatever you have done, probably you have done just because of yourself. In an organization, you should be able to create the leaders, then only it understand that you are a true sense, you are the leader. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. So the fifth level is very important. To understanding what the skills required, as a leader, you have to become or be a problem solver. As a leader, everyone's problems are your problems. You need to solve them because they are looking forward to that. And you have to understand. You can do only when that intelligent quotient is there with the leader. You have to be intelligent enough to understand emotional quotient of your subordinates and people, how they would react. You have to put them in their shoes and find out that what if you were in that same shoes. So a leader should have both intelligent quotient as well as emotional quotient. That is very important of a leader. Now, managing stress. How do you manage stress? If you are able to be a wholesome leader, and if you have a wholesome leadership, you can always manage stress. It is not the stress of your people, it is even the stress which is there going on in an organization. You should be able to manage that. Okay, so I want to make you understand one thing, that being a leader, you have to be a problem solver, you have to have the intelligent quotient to solve people's problem, and you should understand the emotional quotient, and ultimately with all that you need to manage stress. Here I have a small activity for you. I will show you an object. I will show you an object where I am I'm going to stop sharing now. I have an exercise where I would be sharing one object. Okay, this is the object which I have in hand. Okay, what is this object? Okay, I will tell you. Now this object is called as coaster. What is a coaster? A coaster is a cover where we cover a water glass, for example. That is a coaster. But I gave you one use. You have 30 seconds to analyze more than what use I have told you. 30 seconds to analyze what else you can do with this particular coaster. I gave you one to cover a glass of water. How many you can write down? So you pen down as many usage of this. What and all you can do with this. Okay, I give you 30 seconds to do that. Please do it now. Okay, your time has ended. So I'm not going to ask you and find out what it is, but as many usage of this thing, you have noted down that. So this is what it is, because as a leader, you will not find, you will find as many usage as possible. So that is what I am trying to tell you. Okay, let me continue with my presentation. Okay, so continuing with the presentation. So this is an exercise was basically talking about managing stress. So a leader has to be a problem solver, emotional quotient and intelligent quotient should be the skill, and managing stress. So coming to the next one, you can see one object here, which is obviously you can see this is a pen. Now my question, there's a question associated with this. This question is about this pen. What are the words which you can describe this pen? What are the words you can use to describe this pen? So after this, I will have a review session with you. I have given a poll in the starting. I would like to discuss about that poll after this. But take this question now. What are the words which you can use to describe this pen? So the words you can always see: a beautiful pen, for example, a sleek pen, elegant pen. How many more words you can use with this pen? What this pen suggests? It suggests the basic thing, the beauty associated with this pen. Basically, when you look at the object, much more than that. Okay, so now I would like to review the poll which I have given you in the morning about. Can we have the results of the poll? So when we see the poll, we will find out as how much and how many people have really understood what are the things which is required and associated with the word success. Okay, so the first question which I gave you was, is success everything in life? And the answer which I got, 48% says yes and 52% says no. The other question, is happiness more important than life success? So I got the answer, 79% of the people saying that yes, happiness is important than life success. Okay, and 23% says that no. The third which I gave you was, will success make a happy life? I get 89% of the people saying that success definitely will make a very happy life. Okay, and the other question comes, what comes first, success or happiness? So I am getting the right kind of thing, because even you people are thinking as many people. 68% thinks happiness, yes, and 32% says that success. So that means what? It means happiness comes first, then success. Is success defined by money? People have understood the question. People say that 88% of the population says that it is not the money. Okay, and 13% only says money defines success. So ultimately, what brings, and the final review question was, what brings true happiness? And it is given as peace brings true happiness, and harmony, people say 18%, wherein both should have been a regular thing. So this is what the poll was about. So I want to start my presentation and continue my presentation. Okay, so apart from this, all the qualities of the success we have done, that like technical, communication, then interpersonal skills, all that we have done. Now, what is that missing? What is that missing now? My question is to you. You have all the skills. Attitude is there always. We are not talking about, because it should be there. Positive attitude only we are talking about. Negative attitude has got no role in the organization. Then we have spoken about what is a technical skill, then how communication skill is important, what is the interpersonal skills, role and responsibility, and leadership skills. But ultimately, if all these things are there, everything is there, if this is not there, then probably we are basically still missing something, and that is grooming. I have a picture on your screen. Okay? I definitely not support when we talk about grooming. If a person like him comes to the organization, are we able to encourage? I believe and I think no. Because in an organization, there is some set standards. In an organization, there is some code of conduct. In an organization, there is something which we all agree to follow, and that is called as grooming. I come to an organization, I come to my office. If I'm not looking good, if I'm not groomed properly, I have lost it basically. I have nothing to do because of simple thing that a great impression is created when you come into the organization right from the gate to your office. A great grooming is what is required. If that is not there, then ultimately people will think that because people, when smartness is associated with it, it will suggest alertness and attention in detail. So our presentation should not always be conservative, primary because we should not outshine our customers. It's not like that. You also have to understand that a grooming plays a very important role. So ultimately, if that is missing, then we have lost it. We have lost track. So grooming is very important for us. Okay. Then one more thing which I want to talk here. What are the leaders? Who are they? And who are you admiring? If you think there is a leader whom you can admire, why do you admire? What are the things of a leader which you admire? Okay. So what are the traits you think it is? And what are the characters of the leader? Okay. When we talk about leaders, in your mind, you would have somebody in your mind. So who are these people? Who are these people who you have influenced you throughout? Who are these people who have spoken to you and talked to you? Who are these people? You have seen a lot of things. You have seen a lot of people and you have kept in your mind, yes, I would like at one point of time to become like them. Understand, and what is that in them to be called a leader? So here I'm giving you some points, what you have understood and how you relate as a leader. The first point here is do not lose faith. You cannot lose faith. If you are losing faith, then you might not be a good leader. And the second point here is be relentless. As a leader, you should always be relentless. Keep on trying, keep on doing, because people are watching you. If people are watching you, it means that you have to be a role model for them. And you have to do it always. You have to lead with them. You have to show them the path. And thereby, you need to be relentless. You have to complete the thing, and then only probably you can take a break. Use great power of responsibility. Leadership comes with responsibility. And as I said from the beginning, that once you think you are a successful person, it is not the end. You have to maintain that and you have to sustain that. A great power is called as responsibility. It comes with a responsibility. So you have that kind of responsibility where you can always crush anybody's ambition. That power is there with you. And that power, if you utilize and ultimately if you analyze that power, it doesn't work out in long run. So a great power, a great leadership is about responsibility. The fourth point is, as a leader, you have to understand everyone is your colleague, everyone is a person, and you have to help them to win. I don't like anybody to lose. If anyone can win, I am happy about it. I appreciate. So be an appreciating leader. Try to understand that everyone might not be the same, but it is your duty as a leader to bring it to that level where the productivity of a person increases, the level of motivation, the level of ambition that person has. You can, as a leader, you can motivate them to perform better, and they will perform better. It is a matter of support, and it is a matter of time. Help them win. You need to earn trust by example. How do you do that? Therefore, as I said, your skills have to be your forte. You also have to understand your technical skills should be strong enough, your communication skills are strong enough, interpersonal skills you have to understand, and this skill is a part and parcel of being a leader. Earn trust by example. When you earn trust by example, there are a lot of people following you. You have to earn the loyalty that you offers you all. You have to show that, yes, this is how it is to be done. So you need to earn that trust amongst your employee. Deal with anything as a profession, as a professional, as a leader in the organization, as a mentor. You have to understand everybody needs some kind of help, and it is you that who have to take the lead. You who have to make people understand that this is not the end of it. It is could be only the beginning. So there's no point in putting that you are the person. There's point always putting that you always are there with them. So you have to make people comfortable. And the seventh point is always, as a leader, your moves have to be very calculative. You cannot put people into trouble just because of your ego or of your thing. You cannot. So you need to understand the planning has to be so meticulous. The movement which you do, the movement should have a planning associated with it. So every move has to be ensured that a right kind of planning is done, and it should be well calculated. Know how to pick the right battles. There are people in the company, there are people in the class, there are people in organization, there are people in society. They take everything in their hand. Probably it is not like that. Probably you should understand that there should be always a possibility of performance. If the possibility of performance is not there, if you take that work 100%, it might not lead to a respectable results. Sometimes the only way to gain your superior's respect is to defy them. This we are telling because it is a lot of analysis. If a thing does not have to happen, and if a thing does not, talks about a possibility, then if you take that work, probably understand it might not lead to success. And what are we here for? To achieve some kind of success as a leader. The ninth point, be confident. As a leader, you need to be confident. If you are confident, then the others can follow you. The way you behave, as I said, a grooming standard of a person, the person by face, the person by the attire, the person by the way he walks, the way he talks, that will give you a lot of confidence, and how you deal with it, the level of confidence will keep on increasing. So as a student of management, as a student of education, you have to understand that everyone is not the same. You have some kind of expertise down the line. If that expertise you have in mind, you need to plan. And once you plan, you have to understand with being confident only, you have to make sure that plan succeeds. So therefore, it is very understanding that I don't have insecurity. I am patient. I look like this. I'm very confident that work will be done because my people are good, my subordinates are good, my class is good, and mostly everyone is good. And I am sure that I will take it forward to the next level. Okay? And be confident is the only way. And the final one is sometimes be the bad guy. For those people who are in business already, for those people who are on the top already, you need not have any mercy because that time your leadership is in different scale altogether. So keeping that in mind, we all have to accept the fact that qualities of success will not come like that. The qualities of success is a process, is an understanding by yourself. If you are able to do this, I am sure somewhere, some point of time, you will reach to that level which says or which we call as success. So ultimately, before we gone down, before we take this to the end, a successful leader is capable of providing confident people. My dear students, at the end of this presentation, I would like to tell you that if the qualities are there in you, if you feel that you would be able to understand the qualities required to become successful, why not? As I said in the beginning, and you have answered in the poll very correctly, that there are few things which we have to understand. Success is one thing, happiness is one thing. Okay, happiness will lead to success. Success might not lead to happiness, that you have already proved by the poll. Ultimately, at the end of the day today, a successful person is a happy person. Make it to that level, make it to that understanding that without happiness, even if you are successful, doesn't prove a point. So, my dear student, at the end, I would like to tell you that whatever I said from the beginning, you have to understand that the attitude towards every aspect of being successful, you have to follow that with the right kind of attitude, with right kind of qualities, with right kind of support in you and the right kind of understanding. I am very sure that you will definitely go beyond what you are today. Today you have started your life. Tomorrow, definitely you're going to increase on that. And ultimately, you would reach to that level where 100% you will be sure that there is some point where you'll be happy and probably you'll be successful also. So thank you very much. I will end this presentation with yet another small clipping for you to make you understand what I am talking about. So please see this video, and with this I will close, and all of you, thank you very much once again.
हमें कुछ देर सोने दो, थोड़ी सी रात और है, सुबह तो होने दो। जाने देर तक हमें कुछ देर सोने दो, थोड़ी सी रात और है, सुबह तो होने दो। आधे अधूरे ख्वाब जो पूरे न हो सके, एक बार फिर से नींद में वो ख्वाब बोने दो।
Okay, for all students, there's one more set of polls are there. We are launching the poll. There's some questions. So I'll give you some time. Please answer those questions. Thank you. Okay. So I think most of you have answered this question. So I'll just discuss about this one and then we will close the session. So the first question which I given you in the second set of poll, can you be a successful person without being happy? Can you be successful without being happy? So you have answered 19% says yes, and 89% of the people have said no. What are the keys for a happy life? So yes, correctly you have answered. The key for the happy life is all the above. Nurturing a strong network of family, eating healthy, exercising regularly, and all the above. Fine. So the last one is, what being successful is important. It provides confidence, security, sense of well-being, ability to contribute at higher level, all the above. As rightly you have pointed out, all the above, and that is what it's a successful poll. So I now thank you all the participant for this session. So we will wind up now. Thanks a lot. Over to the technical team. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was an interesting session, inspiring session, and also an interactive session. Now, let me introduce Mr. Gopi Anand, speaker for the second session on the topic dining etiquettes. Mr. Gopi Anand is an assistant professor, Department of Hotel Management at AMC College. He has done BSc Catering Science and Hotel Management in VLB Janaki Ammal College of Arts and Science and MBA in Tourism and Hotel Management in Bharatiyar University. Specialized in food and beverage service operations in restaurant and banquet. He has 6 years of hotel industry experience in various hotels like Lee Royal Meridian, JRT Grand, The Residency, and 7 years of teaching experience. Now I would like to invite our guest speaker, Mr. Gopi Anand, to share his view on the topic dining etiquettes. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Ashwini madam. Good morning, one and all present here. And actually, ma'am, she told me about myself. Okay, my introductions. Okay, myself is Gopi Anand, working as assistant professor in Administrative Management College. Okay. The thing is, everybody we move to, we are going for so many places for dining, restaurant, and different places. So where we are going for any places, we don't know, most of the people, they don't know how we have to take ourselves and how we have to project ourselves in front of everybody. Okay, so this is what the topic, okay, that is called dining etiquette. So now we'll move into the session. Okay, so when we're talking about the dining etiquette, okay, we should know what is the meaning of etiquette. Etiquette, it's a kind of a behavior, how you're going to project yourself in front of everybody. Okay, so as okay, we people are going for so many different places, okay, with the friends or with the family members or with the official or unofficial functions or in party. So wherever we are going for it, okay, so we should have some kind of a basic, okay, basic rules and regulation, what we have to follow it in front of the everybody and in the function itself. Okay, that is called as a etiquette. Okay, so there was a small story which we have to know about etiquette, how the word was started and where it was started. The story, okay, it was started from in the place called Versailles in the France, it's a city. Okay, the king, the name called is Louis XIV. So he had a very good lawn, okay, landscape of it, and he have a beautiful lawn, and which have the so many plants and the flowers, everything he has. So when the people he want to see that, so he has allowed them to see that. So when the people are going for it and see the plants and flowers, everything, so the people they're misusing the places, okay, in terms of stemming of the grasses and the plugging of the flowers. So many things they did it. So the in charge of the person, okay, the gardener, okay, so he went in complaint to the king, saying that the people are, okay, misbehaving of the places. So we have to do something, otherwise the land will go off. So what he has done, okay, the gardener, he had one idea about the making of some signboards. The signboard is nothing but to give the information to the people, okay, what you have to do, what you suppose should not do it on the places. Okay, that's what the ethics was started. And later on, the people, okay, they start doing for it, and the king has given the rule of it. So whenever people are going for any places, so you have to make yourself where to stand and what to do. Okay, that is what the meaning of ethics. Okay, so when we are talking about the topic, okay, so we have some content about dining, a chair, what is the supposed the rest code you have to wear it, and pre-dining, okay, how you have to plan yourself, and seating arrangement, and say table seating arrangement, and eating style, okay, how you're going to use the utensils and cutleries, okay, and ordering of and paying of bills, do's and don'ts, what you have to do. So everything we are going to see in stock. Okay, we'll move it to the next term. Invitation. Okay, so this is the first step. So whenever your people are going for any party, okay, or maybe you are the host. Okay, for example, I'm the host myself. So I'll tell you what is the meaning of a host. The host is nothing but a person who's planning for any function. Okay, it may be a formal or informal, it may be any function. Okay, so I'm going to make myself, so I have to call somebody, okay, to call somebody or inviting somebody to gathering in a particular place, and the people have to show their presence, and whatever the facilities which I am offering for them, okay, they have to enjoy that. Okay, that's called the invitation. So when we are talking about invitation, okay, we have to send a message. The message is nothing but either in a mode of oral communication or sending of greetings, or maybe any mode of it. So when we are sending for it, okay, we have to mention about the date and time is very important. The date is, we have to already be a plan for it. Okay, when is the date, and venue is the place where we are going to have it. Okay, and time is very important. Okay, either in the morning or evening or a dinner, whatever maybe. So when people are going for invite somebody, so these are the points which you people have to know about that, and you have to fix it up, and you have to go for invitations. Okay, we'll go to the next one. Okay, we are ready for dining. So we have sent the invitation. So how you have to project yourself, the way how you're going to project yourself, because when you're going for a formal dining, okay, formal dining, people, most of the people, okay, the people, they will come as a proper dress code. A dress code is very, very important, but even though you have to see yourself, how you're going to behave yourself with the dress code. And people might be, they will watch you, and the people, they will see you and how you're going to do yourself in front of everybody. So most of the people, okay, in India, we have a culture for wearing of different kind of dress codes. But when you're talking about the European and American style, the people always, they should wear a black and black. That is a formal attire, okay, the dress which people are going to take any parties, okay, any places where they want to go, they have to wear with the black and black. So that is a formal dress coding of the people, okay. And same like a women, they have their dress code, they have to see, and it should be fit enough, and it should be it's not should be a turn one, and you should match with the, you should match with your shoes and socks, whatever if you made, you have to see that. So you have to see your dress code. And the next one, a pre-dining plan. What is the meaning of pre-dining plan? Okay, for example, so 2 days, I mean, today is 5th, okay, I have planned for 7th. 7th, I have a function, okay, so I'm inviting a people. So what I have to do, supposed to be, and the day which we have, I plan for the invitation, I have planned for the party or dining, whatever it may be. So where I book the restaurant, so before 2 days priorly, I have to inform to the restaurant, I am confirming the reservation number of people. You have to say that 15 or 16, depends you how many people are you calling for them. So you had to inform that, and the time and the date. Okay, so you have to prepare for that, and you have to give the confirmation, say that I am coming for the function. Okay, then second one is, you should be on time as a host, or you're the host, or maybe you're going for a guest. Okay, so you have to behave yourself, and you have to be on the time. It's 5 minutes earlier. If you're going there 5 minutes earlier, okay, it is more than enough to be present yourself. Okay, and if you're going late, or if you're coming late, okay, you have to call the person. Okay, you have to say that I'm coming for late. Okay, so please pardon, you have to say that, saying that you are going for a function, but it will take 5 minutes or 10 minutes time. You have to call and inform them, so that the people, they'll plan for it. Okay, and a surprise. Okay, surprise is nothing but, okay, it is like a function, okay, where we are going to celebrate in terms of birthday function or a wedding anniversary, something like that. You have any occasion, so you have to give some surprise to the party. That means the person who's coming for that, any important person, if you want to do that, so you have to make some surprise. Okay, like we are normally, they can open the champagne bottles, and they can cut the cakes, and they'll give some gifts. Okay, that's how surprise has to be celebrated in mid of the meal. So for that, these are the items, and these are the point you have to note it yourself, and you have to plan for that, and before you going for the function. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one. The next ones. Okay, now we have reached the restaurant. Okay, as a host. For example, I'm the host, okay, because I'm inviting for one group of people. Okay, so I'm going to the restaurant. So what I will do, if I'm going to the restaurant, okay, so there will be a one desk will be there in front of the restaurant. Wherever you go for any restaurant, there will be one desk. In the desk, there will be a person to take care of the restaurant, okay, and the operations. So you have to go there, and you have to tell your name as so and so I was booked the table in the particular date and time. So if you tell that, the person, they will take the reservation, and they will confirm the reservation. Earlier we confirm the reservation, so that the person, he will take the table which has been allotted by the restaurant people. So what you have to do, you have to take them, okay, as everybody they joined. Okay, so when the people are joined in the in the lobby, or in maybe in the entrance of the restaurant, so you have to take them, and you have to follow by the guest. Okay, so we have to see some kind of things, what we have to, how we have to do it. Okay, so as reservation is confirmed, so everybody there assemble in the entrance of the restaurant. So that person, that means to say this, the person who's taking care of the particular event or table, so he will lead you. That means head of the waiter. The waiter is nothing but the person is going to assist you. Okay, so he will take you, he will be leading it. Then followed by the guest. The number of guests, how many number of guests has been called by yourself, you have to take them. Then followed by the host. This is the first rule. Okay, you have to enter to the restaurant with the proper guidance. The second one. Okay. The second one, if the waiter is not there, okay, so what you have to do, being as a host, so I have to get the table number and I have to lead, and followed by the guests, I have to take and I have to enter the restaurant, I have to make them to seat the table. This is what the first dining etiquette. We have to treat them as a guest. This is the way we have to make them too comfortable. You have to make it for it. Okay. Then second one is while meeting of the guest. So what we have to do? So while we meeting of the guests, okay, so we have a group of people, we are gathering in a place. So whenever people are going to talk to them, okay, so you have to greetings. Greeting is nothing but always we have to say good morning, good afternoon, whatever maybe. So when we are talking to them, you have to look into their eyes, okay, and your eyes should catch only their eyes. You should not go down, or you should not, okay, maybe some people, they have a feeling of seeing their eyes. So you can see their shoulders, okay, the shoulder is very good, okay, you can give a good impact to see their eye, okay, that is what. The second one, you should have warm smiling. The smiling is very, very important, okay, because you are inviting the people, so must be you have to smile yourself, and the people might be, they feel happy that, okay, if you had closed your mouth, or if you're, you know, something you're showing your action in your mouth, the people might be, they're thinking in another way, the person don't have interest to call the people. So that is what. The second one is a gentle handshake. Obviously, we should have a gentle handshake. It doesn't mean of as a boy or a woman or whatever maybe. So when you people are going for it, you have to shake yourself and you have to call them by shaking of your hand. You have a body connection, that touching of the feeling will be there. So it will give the feeling of the person who's coming for it, and it will create a good positive vibrations. Okay, for that we are doing for the handshakes. Okay, next we are going to the table. So we are going to the table. So we have some procedure, what we have to follow it up. So when we are going for this table, okay, there will be a person who is the important guest. That means, for example, you take it as a birthday, okay, or any wedding. So there will be one important person will be there. So that person always you have to give the preference to give a chair first. Okay, it may be any place of the table. Okay, so whenever you're going to make a chair for him, okay, then for a guest, he is the guest, you have to sit on their left hand side. The left hand side, for example, I am the host, okay, so I am sitting in my, okay, place, and the guests have to sit on my right hand side. Okay, that means to say this, so whenever whatever the guest, okay, which is invited by myself, so I can see what he is doing it. Okay, so for it's very easy way to, if you want looking for something, okay, I can give the communication to the waiter who is taking care of my table, so that he can do the service for it. Okay, then second one is you have to sit backside or mid of the a table, which I have mentioned here in the PPT. Okay, so that you can see everybody and you have the very good interaction while you're talking with everybody. So this is what the seating arrangement, normally they will do it in the specialization or in a particular restaurant. Okay, next one, we'll come to the seating posture. So how you have to sit. Okay, so whenever we are going for any places, obviously we are providing a chair and table will be there. So when you're taking your table or you have to chair, the chair you have to occupy, and that occupying of chair, you have to put your back, and you have, there is a back pad of the chair, you have to full stretching of it. So when you're going to sit, okay, make a sit of yourself, so you might be feeling very comfortable, and as well as, okay, you can see the others people what they're doing it. Okay, that is what you have to make yourself will be a straight direction. And the second one, you have to occupy the seating position. That means you're comfortable. So you have to make yourself comfortable. You have to take your chairs, and you should not keep your elbows on the table. So, okay, so normally people will go for any table, they have to fold like this and they will sit like this and they will keep like this. So whenever people are going for this is the okay indication of people, they are not like it. Okay, that way the people will take like that. So don't put your elbows on the table and don't tap it like this. So whenever if you're tapping like that, the people might be thinking you don't have interest, your interest will be somewhere else. So whenever people are going for any table, you have to see your attention of everybody, what they're doing it and what others are doing it. You have to look at that. Okay, and you should not cross your leg. Okay, you should not cross it and sit, and you should not tap it. So this is a basic seating posture. You should maintain it while you're going for checking off a check. Okay, and the next one is there is a napkin, which I'm going to show you. So this is a napkin. So whenever people are going for any in a restaurant, okay, so this napkin has been used for, okay, for the guest purpose, okay. So this is the napkin, you have to lay it on your laps. That means to say this, you're going for any food, okay, so you have to place it on your lap. You have to place it on your lap, okay, and we are going to take the food, okay, you're going to take the food, it should not fall. In case if it gets falls on your, pant or something like that, so your cloth will be spoiled. For the reason you have to use it for this napkin, okay. The next one. Okay, the next one, a very important things, okay, knowledge of the utensils, okay. So the table utensils, so whenever we are going for a table, okay, so we have only few things, okay, that means a fork we know and a spoon, apart from this we don't know. Apart from this, what are the cutlery has been placed, okay, what are the different types of material has been used in the table, okay. So for that I have a small video I'm going to project you, okay, so that you can see that. Then we will start the session.
It didn't fit.
Oh, no. I've got a little problem.
All right, Miss Vivian, one more time. Dinner napkin.
Dinner napkin, lay gently in the lap.
Good. Elbows off the table.
Voice mute.
Don't slouch. Shrimp fork.
Voice mute.
Salad fork.
My voice is mute.
Dinner fork.
I definitely have the salad fork. The rest of the silverware is a little confusing.
If you get nervous, just count the times. 4 times dinner fork. Sometimes there are 3 times the salad fork. Sometimes.
Upstairs to the right.
Excuse me.
Shall I order for you?
Yeah. Please do so. Thank you.
I'll do that.
Mr. Lewis, my grandfather believes the men who create a company should control its destiny.
Where's the salad?
The salad comes at the end of the meal.
That's the fork I knew.
Let me put it another way. Between your public statements and the rumors flying around on this thing, we find it very hard to figure out what your real intentions are.
I don't know about you, but I've never been able to figure which goes with what.
You know, there was a time when we built ships the size of cities. Men like my grandfather made this country.
Who ordered this?
The gentleman did, ma'am. Bon appetit.
These are escargot. It's French for snails. It's a delicacy. Try it. David?
Mr. Lewis, if you were to get control, and I don't think you will, but if you did, what do you plan to do with the company?
Break it up and sell off the pieces?
I'm sure you understand I'm not thrilled at the idea of your turning 40 years of my work into your garage sale.
At the price I'm paying for this stock, Mr. Morse, you are going to be a very rich man.
I'm rich enough. I just want to head my shipyard.
Slippery little suckers.
It happens all the time.
I met your father. What's his name?
Carter.
Yeah, Carter. Carter Lewis. He's not quite the
Okay, so now I think you people have seen the video. Okay, actually that is the video. Okay, you people have to know about the basic knowledge of the cutlery. Okay, and the crockery, where you have to use it and for what food they are using for it. Okay, the lady she don't know that. Okay, because of she might be feel something different. Okay, so that will happen obviously when you people are going for any restaurant. If you don't know the utensils, okay, how you want to use it for it. So here I've kept some set of cutleries, okay, where we have to use it and what pose we have to use it for it. Okay, okay. The first one, we'll start with a fish. Okay, a fish is a dish. Okay, and it's kind of food. Okay, which can offered by everybody in all the restaurant. Okay, so wherever people are going for any fine dining restaurant, okay, so this is a fish fork and fish knife. Okay, we have, it is very it's a similar way of the other fork and knife, but it have the something different, which is okay to have two other fork and knife. I will show you what it is. Okay, so this is the normal fork, okay, and this is the fish fork. So when we are seeing the fish fork, you have to see this, the edge, the cutting edge part. Okay, the cutting edge part, okay, it is to be, okay, they'll make a small cut here. Okay, so this may be an indication of a fish. So wherever people are going for any dining, okay, it may be a shape of this. Okay, either it will be shape of this, or either they have a curve, or either they have some other different shape which can be produced of it. Okay, then you can identify that there's a fish fork can be used for fish and the shellfish dish. Okay, and the same like we have the knife. So this is the knife. Okay, this is the knife can used for only for fish and this seafood. Okay, which can be used for only for. Okay, and this is the other knife which we are using for it. So what is similar? Okay, what is the difference between these two? Okay, so you can see this, the both have the different shapes. Okay, and you have to see that there is no teeth here. That means the teeth. Okay, this is only the blade, a cutting edge, because always the fish will be a very soft meat. Okay, the tender. Okay. So when you're going to cut it, okay, so you have to cut it nicely and gently, and you have to, okay, you have to hold it and you have to take it by yourself and you have to have it. So how you can identify yourself? So that identifying of a knife, it is very easy to that. Okay, you have the small shape will be there. You can see this shape. They have some cutting edge will be there. So if you want to see that other knife, okay, there will be a finishing will be different, and if you see this finishing will be different, so that you can identify this. Okay, this is the fish knife. Okay, so this can used only for the fish courses where you're going for a meal. The second one we call as joint fork and joint knife. Okay, a joint fork and joint knife is nothing but we're supposed to be served the meat. Okay, in terms of any meat. Okay, chicken or a pork or mutton. Okay, so when we are going for this, okay, for any meal, okay, that always the fork will be different. Okay, that means to say thus the meat will be, the tender of the meat will be, okay, it will be a heavy, and when you're going to pure of it, okay, you should be have long teeth enough, and you have to hold it and see the cutting edge. Okay, it is like a wood saw. Okay, that means to say that you have to gently, you have to pure it. So when you have to cut it yourself, the meat will be cut it off, and you have to make a small piece of the meat and you have to chew yourself. So this is the way you have to take your cutleries and you have to utilize for it. This is only for cutting and checking for only the meat courses. Okay, the next one we'll have a steak. Okay, steak is one of the main dish where supposed to be served in European countries. Okay, so this is the different way of a steak knife. The steak knife which have in the shape, as well as they have the shaw. Okay, this is like the teeth will be there. It is not like other blade. It is a different blade where we have to cut it. And whenever people are going for any steak, okay, so the steak knife and steak will be, fork will be provided, so that you have to cut it, because the steak, it has the meat will be very heavy. That means it will be cooked. There is a different stage of cooking process will be there, so that, okay, when you're going to cut it, it will be very tight enough. So you have to take only this fork and knives to cut the steak. Okay, and one more cutlery I want to show that this is a dessert, spoon and fork. Okay, so people, you might be knowing of it, what is a spoon and fork, and but is the dessert fork and spoon, the same dessert spoon and fork will be served only for the dessert. That means end of the meal. So whenever you're going for any meal, okay, so there will be a dessert. So this fork and spoon have to be placed. It will be placed on the mid of the cover, okay, and the people will start having for this for a dessert. Okay, it will be small size of, okay, and we will have some glasswares. Okay, I want to show you the glasswares. We have a different types of glassware we are using in the restaurant. Okay, so when you people are going for any dining, okay, in a specialty restaurant, okay, while having a food, okay, so the people, they will serve the wines, okay, wine and champagne supposed to be served for it. So that glasses, it should be placed, okay, on the table before you are entering to the table. So it will be placed that, so that you should know that, okay, what type of cutleries and the glassware has been placed and what type of wine, okay, or a beverage have to be served on it. Okay, so there will be different types of glass, okay, which I'm holding in this one. This is the red wine glass, supposed to be served only red wine. Okay, the red wine is a flavored one, and it should be a very it will go with all kind of meat, okay, red meat. Okay, and this glass, okay, it's meant for white wine. So white wine is normally served with all the fish and the seafood. So when people are going for any restaurant, okay, this red wine glass and white wine glass supposed to be placed on the cover itself, so that the people should know that what are the food has been ordered by the host and what type of meal has to be served for it. So this is the basic information, okay, which I'm going to share you now. Okay, so what are the cutleries has been placed, okay, and the glassware supposed to be used for your dining. Okay, we'll go on to the next slide. Okay, so this is what the normal cover setup which has to be laid on the table. Okay, so whenever we are going for any restaurant, okay, so normally the people, okay, who's going to take a chair, okay, or the people have to sit on the chair like me in front of, okay, in front of me, I have so many cutlery has been placed. So each and every cutlery has been meant for some purpose. Okay, so that's what I told you. Okay, so what type of cutlery we are using for it and what type of glassware we are using for it. So how we are going to do the have food for it. Okay, so there's a small diagram which I showed you there in the left hand side of my presentation. Okay, so you can see about the cutleries. Okay, the cutlery which we are using for it, a fork and spoons. Okay, and a glassware which I showed you. Okay, so everything has been placed. So before you are entering the restaurant, okay, the table, everything laid. Okay, that means laid. The cover, everything will be placed on the table, and you have to go there and you have to sit and you have to wait for your food. Okay, that is what the usual restaurant setup is supposed to be served. Okay, so when you are seeing your cover itself, you identified yourself how many number of courses has been served. Okay, what is course? A course is nothing but we'll go for any restaurant, we'll order one starter and soup, okay, and people normally they'll have some rice and your Indian breads and gravies and that's it. Okay, so this is called as a course. A course is nothing but which can be food has been served, okay, with some duration of the time, and the food has been keep on, it should be changed. Wherever I'm serving the fast food, it will be different rather than the second one. Okay, so like that, when we are going for the restaurant, okay, so we have to see the cutleries. Based on the cutleries itself, the people should know that how many numbers of course has been served for the particular session. Okay, the next one. Ready to order. Yeah, now I am the host, so I am ready. Okay, so my table, everything is ready. So now I have to place the order. So when we are talking about the placing of order, so we should know what is the basic, okay, structure has been followed to presenting or placing of the order. Okay, so when we are going for the placing of order, we have three different type of menu which can be followed in all the restaurant. Okay, One is table d'hote menu, which is the first one. The second one is a la carte menu, and the third one is a beverage menu. I will tell you what is a table d'hote menu. A table d'hote menu, which is nothing but the menu has been fixed. Okay, for example, I am the host. Okay, so I know that how many people are I'm going to invite the function. So what are the menu or what are the dishes I supposed to be served for my guest? Okay, so everything I have planned myself, and I'll inform to the restaurant people to set the cover and to set the preparation for everything. As soon as I enter the restaurant, okay, the people, they will come and they will start serving for it. Okay, it is a set of a menu which can be informed by the host. Okay, that is called table d'hote menu, table. Okay, the second one is a la carte menu. A la carte menu. Okay, this a la carte menu might be you people have, everybody you have experience for that. So wherever you people are going for any restaurant, there most of the restaurant has been used only the a la carte restaurant. It's mean as at the card. So when you people are ordering something, the people, they'll give a one kind of a small sheet has been given to you. Okay, then you have to see the number of dishes. Okay, there will be number of dishes will be there. Okay, I want tomato soup, I want this coriander soup, I want this starter, I want this. So it is, everything has been framed in the sheet itself, and they mention the price also. So we can see that how many dishes you want order for it for the occasion. Okay, and what are things you wanted order for it, everything you have to see that, and you have to place the order. That is choice is second. The third one is a beverage menu. A beverage menu is nothing but when people are going for any occasional party. Okay, so we do serve for alcohol. Okay, so alcohol, it's a main thing for to go for any Europeans and continental places. Okay, the people have to offer a beverage. Okay, the beverage, either we have two different type of a beverage. The beverage should be served before the meal or mid of the meal. Okay, so before the meal, what type of beverage is supposed to be served? Okay, before the meal, they call this digestives and aperitifs. They can be served in the before the meal, and mid of the meal, okay, the wine and the champagne is supposed to be served. So we have the different types of beverage can be served with that. So that is optional if you want to give a beverage to your peoples. Okay, the next one, the placing of order. So I have to prepare myself. So what are the food I have to see that everything I have to place, choosing of this three different type of a menu. Okay, next, when you finished it, you have to close the menu and you have to place it on your right hand side of the table, so that the person who is in charge for your table, so he will come in and check the order, and after that he will check it and go away the table. Okay. So the next one is alcohol. Okay, so with the permission of alcohol, okay, the host, if you like to go with the alcohol, should be served with that, or if not, okay, we'll have only the food. Okay, so we'll move to the next one. Speaking while eating. Okay, so once we place the order, so it will take a minimum 10 minutes to 15 minutes time to prepare the food. So during that time, so how we can expose ourselves? Okay, that means to say this, we call everybody. Okay, it's like a formal or informal. So whatever it may be, we have to make some time. So we have to talk to them. So while we are talking to them, what are the topic you have to talk to them? Okay, you have to talk to a general. Okay, general in the sense like you have to talk about the sports, or you have to talk about the place where you have visited for it. Okay, and maybe if it is a general things which you have studied for the newspaper, then you can exchange your knowledge to someone else, so that the people, they will have interaction to that. The people might be know it. Okay, or if they don't know that, or people, they will come for interaction. And while talking it, please don't never ever argue with or fight with that, because the conversation, if it's going beyond that limit, so that function or the training, it won't give a good satisfaction for you. So you know what to talk, and when you want to talk, you should talk only that limit and don't go for the beyond it. And the speaking polite way. So the way how you're communicating yourself, okay, such a manner should be, okay, is to be, follow it up. Okay, is the way you talk to very politely, and you have to give a respect for them. And whenever you're using for it, the people should know the language, and the people should know that understand your language. Okay, and you have to give the interaction. Okay, then you have to listen what other people also they're talking in, because this is a table, so everybody, they want to expose themselves. So you have to know about yourself as well as you're talking yourself. And when you people have to see the people and look at their eyes, and the people know if they want to tell about something, you have to listen to them and you have to give a chance to them. Okay, the next one, when your people are going to have something, okay, you have to either you have to start before the eating, or you have to swallow your food and you have to take it. Okay, you have to keep your food in your mouth, and if you're talking something, okay, the people, they will check in other way and it won't look nice. Okay, so either you have to swallow your food or you have to speak before eating of your food. Okay, then the next one is using of napkins. So this is a napkin which I told you. So the napkin, okay, so it is well pressed, okay, and it will be a starch one. So wherever people are going for any fine dining places, okay, the napkin which will be provided, it will be kept on the table itself. Okay, so as soon as if you entered it, okay, you have to open it and you have to put it in the lap. I told you for what you want to place it on the lap. Okay, so how you're going to use it for it? That usage of this is very, very important. Okay, so because it is in a white color, so that, okay, so how many, if people are using or misusing for that, the color will be changed, so that the people will come to know that how you are going to use yourself, and it might be the people thinking of it, you don't have a terrible manners for that. Okay, so the napkin, okay, you have to treat like a like a gently, and you have to use it for it. Okay, so you have to place it on your laps, and don't use it like as a tissue paper. Okay, the tissue paper, normally the people use it, they will take it off and they'll throw it, but this is the napkin which we provide for you. You can use it for one full dining. Okay, so that you have to use it for till the end of the meal. Okay, and don't use it for like a hanky. Okay, people have the habit of coughing, or they want blowing off your nose, something like that. Please don't use it for it. Okay, this is only for the men, for the purpose of keeping for it, only for taking care of the food, as well as you have any assistant, you can use it for it. Okay, and you are going out, okay, when you have any calls, or if you want to go for any restrooms, okay, please take this napkin and place it on your chair, so that the people, they think that, okay, you will come back and you will occupy the chairs. Okay, and once you finish your meal, you have to place it on the left hand side of the table, so that, okay, the people, they'll know that, okay, you have finished your meal. So this is the way you have to use your napkins. We'll move to the next one. Okay, this is very important. Indications. Okay, indication of cutleries. Okay, so this is kind of a manners which you people should know that, okay, wherever people are going for any restaurant, okay, they will providing of a cutlery and okay, this cutleries. Okay, so there will be a different type of a shape has been placed on the plate itself. Okay, each and everything is followed by the clockwise systems. Okay, so the first one, when people are going to have something, okay, so in time, okay, you stopped, or maybe you have some call, or people are going out for somebody waiting for you, you have to keep the fork, okay, on your plate, like in the triangle shape. So if you keep it in a triangle shape, that, okay, the waiter will come and see the plate, okay, you gone for out, so maybe you will come back and have a food. Okay, so you no need to inform to the waiter, okay, I will go and come back. You should not say anything like that. So you have to place it on your triangle shape, so that the waiter will come to know that, okay, so the person will come back. Then second one is, you have to keep it in the cross. The cross is nothing but, I am finished my meal, so that everybody, they'll let them finish it, then I am ready for my second course. That means to say that we are having a 4 courses or 3 courses menu. So first I will finish the course, then I'm waiting for the second course. Further, you have to keep the fork and knife in this direction. Okay, and the third one is excellent. Excellent is nothing but the way how you are giving a feedback to your about the food. Okay, the feedback is nothing but, mostly every restaurant, they need a feedback of the food, how it to be served and how it is taking care of it. So when you're placing of your cutleries in these directions, okay, it is called, okay, 9 to 3 directions. Okay, if you're placing like this, so the people, they'll come to know that, so water food has been served to you, okay, so you enjoy the food. Okay, you have to keep the cutleries like this, and you have to keep it in 6 to 12 o'clock directions. Okay, that means you have finished your course and you are waiting for it next courses. Okay, and you have to keep your fork and insert your knife like that. The food is very horrible and you don't like the food. Okay, so maybe the case they will, okay, have any complaint for that, so that the complaint which has been not asked by the people, okay, being seeing of the plate itself, the waiter or the person who is in charge for that, so he will come and ask you what is the problem and what is that, so that it is a way of indications to the people. Okay, we should not argue with that. Okay, so it's like in a diplomatic way, the people how they are going to handle the situation for that. So seeing the cutlery itself, so we come to know that what is the guest satisfaction or not. Okay, and the last one is a clearance of the plate is very, very important. Important is nothing but some plate, okay, the food, half of the food has been, ate by the guest, okay, half of the food it is, maybe they have some reason they kept it plate, but they will keep the cutleries, okay, on a 4 o'clock position, so that, so if you keep it in the 4 o'clock position, so that the food has been finished by the guest, so he is waiting for the clearance. So he don't want to call the waiter, okay, and come and take my plate. So that you have to see that. So whenever people are going for any restaurant, the waiter always is looking for your plate and your table, what is going on that. So that, okay, we don't want to give any oral communications to the waiter. They can see the plate itself, they come to know that what they're exactly going on it. So they will come and clarify your doubt. Okay, this is the way you have to place your cutleries while you're having your food. We'll go for the next. Paying a bill. Paying the bill is everybody. After your meal, you have to, obviously you have to pay the bill. Okay. So who will pay the bill? Okay, the person who's calling for a dining. Okay, for example, I told you I'm calling for my friends or my family members, or I'm taking for somebody to the places. Okay, I'm the host. So once the meal, everything has been completed, so I will get the bill, then I have to pay it. So before you are entering to the restaurant, okay, you have to tell the person, so I am the host of the dining or of the table. So once you finish that, you have to bring the bills to me. Okay, then the indication, you have to give the information to the waiter, so that the person will come and give the bill to you and you can pay for it. Okay, and the second one is, while seeing of a bill, okay, you maybe have, there's a chance to misplacing of a bill. That means to say this, that whatever the food has been ordered by you, okay, either they will add something extra or something unwanted thing has been ordered, okay, and it should be placed on that. So bill have whatever you ordered by it, okay, the bill it is above the budget or something like that. You have to check it. You have to get the clarification by calling up the waiter, and you have to see that what is that. Then he will give the clarity and he will tell about the things what and all everything have. In case you have any issue with that, you have to ask the waiter gently and you have to solve that. Don't take and raise your voice in front of everybody. Okay, the people they won't like it. This is the way you have to pay yourself. Okay, the next one. What you have to do it and should not do it on the tables. Okay, we do have some basic, okay, rules and regulation while you're occupying the tables. Okay, so the first one is general category. Obviously you people have to switch off your mobile or you have to put your silent mode, because we have to give the attention to the everybody, the people who is around with you. Okay, the second one is the way how you're going to sit yourself. You make yourself to very comfortable, so that the people they will listen. Okay, and whatever the communication you're passing to them, the people they will like it. Okay, I told you, and don't keep your elbow on the table, and please don't do any makeup while sitting on the table, or don't comb your hair. Maybe the people they feel that's not hygiene. So that what you have to do it, if you want to something kind of refresh yourself, you have to go to the restroom and you have to do it yourself, and you have to come back and occupy the table. Okay, the second one, very important, how you're going to use the cutleries. Okay, a cutleries, whenever people are going for using of any cutleries, okay, I will tell you always the fork will be held on the left hand side, okay, and a spoon will be on the right hand side. Okay, if spoon is not there, okay, you have to the knife. Okay, the fork always, only the fork should be held in the left hand side, or spoon and the knife will be held in the right hand side. Okay, you know what the reason? The reason is nothing but whenever people are going to hold it, okay, any meat, okay, it may be a meat or any dish which you're going to serve by the waiter. Okay, so it's very easy for you to hold it, okay, and you have to cut it gently and you have to take it off it. And when people are going to holding of a cutlery, okay, you should hold it by fingers. Don't put your fist on that. Okay, don't show it full strength on the on the plate. Okay, and you saw the video, no, that a stain will fly off somewhere like that. So when you people are going to do like that, okay, whatever the plate which is there in your meat or dish, okay, it will be spread it over there and it will go for other plates also. So please, very careful, you have to use your cutleries. Otherwise, no, that entire table will be spoiled because of you don't know how to handle the situation. Okay. And the second one is right cutlery for the right food, which I told you. So we have so many different types of cutlery which I am placing for it. So what food will go for what cutleries? Okay, fish course will be have fish fork and fish knife, and meat course joint fork and joint knife, and dessert indication. So that each and every dishes, okay, the dishes we have some other cutlery like a caviar knife we have, and snail tongs we have, and pasa spoon fork we have. So each and every dishes they have the different set of cutleries. That cutlery has to be used for only for that food. So you should know about that, what type of cutlery should go with what kind of a meat. Okay, that is a basic knowledge of taking care of the cutleries. Okay, so we'll go to the next slide. Okay, so while eating, what you have to do, what you should not do it. Okay, so while eating yourself, okay, so always as an Indian people, sorry to say this, we have a habit of having food in our hand. Okay, so when you're having your food in our hand, okay, so we have to take a small bite and we'll have it. So same like that, if you go for any fine dining restaurant, okay, so you have to use a spoon and fork, okay, or you have to take a small bite of a food which people have to take it in your mouth, so that the people might be, they will feel very, they want to see something different for it. So when you have a small bite of food, it may be any food, okay, and you have a small bite, okay. One thing is there, how you will have a burger. A burger is a very difficult to have a small bite. When people are going for any restaurant, most of the people they will have a burger and the sandwiches. Okay, the sandwich have 2 layers and 3 layers will be there, and the burger will be in this much size. So how we can take a small bite? The small bite is nothing but you of it. When you're going to press it yourself, okay, the sponge it will be come down, and you have to take a small bite, okay, and you have to start having for it. Okay, that is the way you have to take the burger than the sandwiches. Okay, and the second one is while you're having food, okay, you have some phone calls or you have to some things you want to go out. Okay, so you have to use a word called excuse yourself, and you have to ask please, or I will be right back. So if people have to leave the chair, and again after people are going out from the chair, okay, you have to put your chairs on, napkin on your chairs, and again you will come back and you have to do it yourself. Okay, so this is the way you have to handle your self. People are having a food. Okay, so these are the things which people should not do it, okay, while having your dinner. Okay, so which I told you, people will having a big mouth, okay, then take your full meat has to go inside, and while people are having noodles, they will make a some like this and all, they will do it. Okay, so and when people are going for having of a beverages, okay, so they will take, they will go into sip of it. Okay, so it will make yourself, okay, you want to make yourself funny, but it will be a disturbance for the people who are sitting on the next tables also. So when people are going for yourself, you have to see how you're going to have your food, and you should not make some others people also, you give privacy for them also. Okay, so now I'm coming for my conclusions. Okay, the first one is no matter in which culture. So we have a different set of people will be there in the world. Okay, so we have Indians and Americans and Oriental people. So we have so many different type of people will be there. So wherever people are going for it, the people they have following some kind of the rules and regulation while having their food. So when you people are know that culture, you have to adopt that culture. You should learn that. Okay, that is the basic ethics while people are going for a dining. The second one is a good or bad impression. Okay, when people are coming for themselves, okay, either person is a good or bad. Okay, don't bother for it. Okay, how you're going to behave themselves on the table. So you have to give respect for them. Okay, the last ones. So the more etiquette, it is one of the best practices. Will give a confidence so that they call as a professional. Okay, so I have a good knowledge of handling of this. Okay, so it may be my best practices. Okay, so because of my experience I was learned, so that I know that how you're going to operate, then so that I can say myself I'm the professional guy. Okay, so like that I'm expecting you guys to learn about the cutleries and how you're going to operate yourself on when people are going for a dining. So you should take care of the minimum, and you should know about the things which I'm shared. Hopefully I think I talked to you something about the dining, and when people are going for the restaurant for next time, at least you have to behave yourself as a guest or a host. What are the rules and regulations which I taught you that you can take care of it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was a very informative session. Before winding up, I would like to bring it to your notice that the orientation program will continue tomorrow on the topic Innovation and Technology by Mr. Ganesha Vasishta. It's my pleasure to convey a vote of thanks on behalf of Administrative Management College. Firstly, I would like to thank our guest speaker, Professor Rajesh Kumar and Mr. Gopi Anand, sir. I would also like to thank our technical team, Mr. Ranjan and Mr. Abhijit Chatterjee and Mr. Dolvin. My sincere thanks to all the participants. Once again, I would like to bring into your notice that for tomorrow's session, you can log in by using the same login ID which is already mailed to you. Thank you.